Welcome everybody to episode number 2 of our new Hardcore World series. We are in the process here. At the end of episode 1, we found a village that is suitable for our main goal of starting an epic trading empire. So here we are, day 3, and we are gathering up some resources. If we are going to put this iron farm together, one of the main things we are going to need are some farms so that we have some items to trade, because that iron farm is going to be a trading hall slash iron farm. So, day 3, here we are gathering resources, and of course, Minecraft decides to rain on us. I have serious questions about that, Mojang. Why so much rain in your normal worlds? It's like almost every other day in game. So anyway, we are gathering up supplies. We are gathering up wood. We're getting seeds so that we can make some farms, wheat farm and such. We have a bunch of sugar cane already, and we're going to probably set that farm up today. And just kind of generally get things laid out. Maybe do some things as far as making things a little bit safer here. And while we were out doing some gathering, looks like we've had a trespasser or leather and lead salesman. So even though I don't have any emeralds right now, I decided to check what he's got. He has absolutely nothing, as almost is always the case. So we'll take the leather and leads and get rid of the trespasser here. And carry on with our rainy day chores here of gathering resources. One of the main things we do want to do, like I mentioned, is we're going to go ahead and get some food cooking here and probably try to see if we're close enough to sleep through the night. And looks like we are. Okay, and now moving on into day 4, guys, with some that hill right there. That's where we're going today. We are going to try to get some iron before we make the iron farm, and some coal. With already having some seeds gathered up to start some wheat farms and our sugarcane getting ready to make paper, we are going to need some iron gear to kind of help keep the bad guys at bay, and especially with regeneration in Bedrock Hardcore being as slow as it is. You really do need to have some iron gear pretty much as quick as possible, if not diamond. We're not going to go for diamond right away, but we are going to go ahead and do some mining here, get some coal so that we have some ability to smelt things. And we are going to do our best here in this mountain area to try and find as much iron as we can, since iron does tend to generate way up high in the worlds now. So this hill or mountain is a perfect place. We are going to go ahead and do that. We'll try and get, like I said, as much coal as possible. We don't have any enchantments, so this is a part of the game. When you're starting off a new world, it tends to go a little bit slow. Let's do a quick short time lapse here and see if we can't get the 34 or so bits of iron that we need for full iron gear and tools. And there we go, guys, with one little short mining trip here in the mountain. We have definitely, looks like we've got 39 pieces of iron, which will give us all of our gear and tools that we need to get started. For you guys, if you're just starting a world up, if you don't have a mountain nearby, for coal and iron, Y level 16 and Y level 48 seem to be some good levels for finding coal and iron. It's a little hit and miss, but when you find it, it's generally in some decent sized pockets at those two Y levels, 16 and 48. Luckily, we had the mountain here, and it was high enough for a lot of iron to generate. And in this quick little trip, like we said, we got 39 pieces. And we are going to go ahead and let this smelt up, gather up our stuff. We are going to head back over to the village and try and get started on another thing today. We're going to keep going on our farms, trying to get our initial farms going. But we're also, we got a couple other goals. We are going to light up the area and try to keep the interior of the village there safe, so that we're not fighting a bunch of stuff and Potentially none of our villagers will get killed, even though they're blocked in right now. We will have them out in the open in a little bit once we start making the iron farm. So we'll try and light things up, and we're probably going to try and put together some sort of a wall, just a temporary one. We plan on building some actual pretty cool, you know, like I say, this is going to be an epic trading hall empire type series is what our goal is. So the walls around this main central hub of the trading empires, they're going to be pretty cool. But we're going to probably just go with some cobblestone walls for the time being to keep mobs out, keep things going until we get the iron farm fleshed out and really start getting into a place where we can start gathering more resources, get some enchantments, and get things going. So let's head on home here. The mountain's not too far, as you can see, so it's kind of handy to have that close by. We're going to go ahead and head home, and let's see what we can get going into next. Actually, you know what? Let's get that iron gear made up. Now that we have the iron, we'll go ahead and get ourselves a full set of iron armor. And then we can ditch these leather pants that do absolutely nothing for you in the beginning. But it was kind of funny to put them on when I actually found them or made them. Actually, I might have got those from a zombie that I killed. I'm not positive. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's get some water. And we are going to start off with one of the most basic farms for getting some wheat going. We'll do a little bit of terraforming here too. This is kind of a pain to get up and down all the time from the main sort of area where we're going to be living and building. So just do a quick little bit of terraforming so it's not such a pain. But we're going to go ahead and clear some area here. We're going to do a little tiny bit of terraforming, and we are going to get our first wheat farm going. It is going to be super critical. We're going to try and get as much sugarcane for paper and wheat, possibly potatoes too. I'm not sure if I have some. We'll have to double check. But we'll see what we can do. We want to get as much of this going before the iron farm is built as possible. That way, as soon as the iron farm's up and running, because it is, like I said, it's an iron farm trading hall, then we'll be able to start trading right away. And hopefully that will lead us to getting enchantments and everything else fairly quickly. As I mentioned in the first episode, though, guys, this is not like not really a speed type of a situation here. We're not looking to blast through this. We're looking to actually do something really cool with a trading empire. So the idea is not to necessarily go fast. So we're not going to be too concerned with that. But then again, we don't want to be going too incredibly slow either. So let's get this wheat farm going. We'll get some wheat growing before the iron farm starts. We'll make sure that our sugar cane is up and going. And yeah. This 9x9 that I'm going to make right now, this is like one of the most basic but most effective early game farms that you guys can do. Basically what you're doing here is you're taking and you put one water source in the center there like that, and you go out 4 from each side of the water source, and that will give you a 9x9 plot. It will all stay saturated so that you can make a farm, whatever it is, whether it's wheat, carrots, potatoes, whatever. I like making these early game. They're simple. You could do all kinds of cool stuff with them. You know, you could actually fence and wall them in and make some cool designs or whatever. For our purposes here, we're not going to really worry about fencing things off yet. We really, at this stage of the game, just want to get things going. And as I think I talked about earlier in the episode, we are going to go ahead and start lighting up the area here. Instead of worrying about mobs spawning and potentially getting into and destroying our villagers, turning them into zombies and whatnot, we are going to go ahead and get things lit up to make things a little bit safer. So this is a good time to talk about mob spawning in the game. If you are on a Sim 4, like a regular world where you don't change the simulation distance, mobs will spawn anywhere from 24 to 44 blocks away from you. So the idea with torching, right now I'm kind of torch spamming, but I am sort of trying to keep torches every, you know, like 10 blocks apart. You can never be too safe in a situation like this when you're in hardcore and then trying to start off something like a trading hall type thing. So I am at some points putting them a little bit closer if there seems to be like some dark areas. But mobs will spawn 24 to 44 blocks away from you. So anytime you're moving around within the village or an area, that circle moves along with you. So that's the reason that we're going out as far as we are. We're gonna probably eventually get started on some walls, some temporary walls before we actually start really getting resources and building. Um, Once we get the walls in, then we can sort of do a little bit of less torch spamming and get it a little bit more narrowed down to like putting the torches every 10 to 15 blocks. So that way we would definitely make sure that once the walls are in place, that no mobs will spawn within the village limits, whatever you want to say, the village boundary, so to speak. So go ahead and get this temporarily dialed in here. And sorry, donkey, but we need the leather. So all right, and as we roll into day 9, guys, we are going to do exactly what I was talking about. We are going to start putting a wall around this village. That is going to give us an opportunity to go ahead and light things up the way that we want to make sure that no mobs will be spawning within the village limit. So that is today's agenda for day 9, is to go ahead and get those walls in place. We'll put a few gates and some little areas with a carpet on top of the wall so that we have some spots to jump out in order to go get more resources and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and get this wall into place. One thing that you got to remember when you're doing a world like this is wherever you have these spots where there is an elevation rise, you want to make sure that the walls end up going like too high so that mobs can't use the blocks to jump the wall. So that's a little bit of the terraforming that we're doing here, is to make sure that we are in fact having this set up so that mobs cannot jump the wall from blocks that are outside of it into the village. So the wall that's actually behind me that you saw on the right side, that wall to the left right now, that's actually the start of the Iron Farm Trading Hall. That is going to be a 28 by 26 area. We'll get more into that once we start building it. For now, let's take a little break from wall building, get some sleep, and we will get ourselves into day 10 of the Hardcore Empire. And we're going to go ahead and gather up a little bit more resources so that we can actually start building. Maybe try to do something with these annoying bees that are around here. I always get paranoid. I always end up, when I'm chopping down trees or getting leaves to get saplings, I always end up hitting them. So we're going to probably do something about the bees there. You know what, actually, guys, I think rather than mess with the bees, we're gonna do what we got going on here. With our original farm, we were just planting wheat. One of the things, a little tip for early game and just regular Minecraft kind of tip, is that if you alternate the crops that you plant within a farm, they will grow faster. I'm not sure on the exact amount of time faster, but they definitely grow faster. So what we did earlier was we went and harvested. There were some potato farms that the village had naturally going, and we've been harvesting those up, waiting and holding on to them. That's going to be another item, though, that we want to trade right away once we get the Iron Farm Trading Hall set up. So we're going to go ahead, like I just did there, and we split up that farm to have both wheat and potatoes. And I'm going to build probably about 2 or 3 more of those. We probably won't get into it this episode, but I would like to have like 3 of those farms up and going before we get into the Iron Farm Trading Hall being done. That way we're going to have, like I say, we'll have actually a ton of crops and things that we can trade once it's actually already done, together. That will help us get things sped up just a touch faster than what we would normally do as far as getting enchantments and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and keep replanting all these farms, but we'll condense these down into 2 more of the 9x9s that we made earlier. And then, like I say, that way we will have a ton of things to trade right off the hop once the Iron Farm Trading Hall is done. Next thing on our agenda for today, we're all the way back into day 15 now. I did mention in the first episode, guys, if you don't want me doing cuts, let me know. I don't think we skipped too many days. I think, pretty much all the days are accounted for in the clips so far. But if you don't want me to skip days within the video of the series, let me know, and we'll do the best to keep the videos interesting and keep as much of the day-to-day kind of thing in there. There's a lot of people do hardcore worlds out there that don't really do hardcore worlds, and so I would understand if you guys want to see the clips day to day. But in the interest of trying to keep things moving along and not be filling videos with too much of the boring stuff, we have been making cuts. Just kind of waiting on your guys' opinions in the comments as to how you want to see that go. But anyway, today the final thing that I'm doing right now is we took all the sugarcane that we had planted around the shore and we moved it and made these couple sugarcane farms here. They're closer to us, so when we're doing things on the back side of the village, we won't be. We'll keep it loaded is the thing. That's another thing when we were talking earlier about mobs spawning from 24 to 44 blocks from you. On a sim distance of 4, you have basically a 64 block range of when things are loaded and when they're not. So if you're too far away from a farm, the crops aren't going to grow. All right, and with our basic farms all set in place, we have started working on the farm, the Iron Farm Trading Hall. You see we have the workstations in there inside the wall. There'll be a wall up on the top of those blocks so that the villagers can't jump over. But now that we have the basic stuff going with the sugarcane, the wheat, and potatoes, we need lava. Lava is it's a critical part of the Iron Farm Trading Hall for the kill chamber for the golems. All the mining that I've been doing, we have not found any lava, so we are going to head back over up the hill there where we did our iron farming, our iron mining, whatever you want to say. There is a, what do you call those, the damaged portal things. There's one of those up there, and I'm hoping a lot of times those do have lava. I think it did. But we got ourselves a bucket or two. If we need 2 buckets of lava for the Iron Farm Trading Hall. So we are going to go ahead and take a wander over to Ruined Portal. That's what it is, Ruined Portal. We're going to take a little trip over to the Ruined Portal and see if we can't find some lava there. Maybe we'll check out, that's not a very good way to go there. We probably would die even with our iron boots on if we made that jump. All right, let's do a little backtracking here. This is a little bit safer way down. We need to get to that little like kind of waterfall-y area, and the ruined portal is just above it. Task of the day here on day 20 now is to get this lava. I would go to the nether, but I mentioned it in the last video. They claim that it's fixed now, but there was a bug with when you would go through a portal that the world loading was so slow. When you were in the portal, the other dimension was loaded, so mobs could see and attack you if they were nearby, and they would. We lost 3 worlds because of that. So we're going to chill out on the nether for quite a while in this world until it's absolute. Let's see if there's any other lava now that we're up here other than that one source block there. Sometimes there's lava underneath. It doesn't look like we're going to get lucky, but we will at least get 1 bucket of lava. And we can get some gold here. Not that that's super critical. Let's do a little bit more poking around just to see if there's more lava. I kind of doubt it with the way this is laid out. I don't think there's going to be, especially seeing the dirt right there. Usually it's within the nether rack if there is more lava. So let's do a little bit of clearing out and see what we come up with, though. Do I have another pickaxe? No, I don't. All right, so we'll just make a little jump there. See maybe if there's anything in the chest that's worthwhile. Nothing. I might have already cleared that out. I'm not sure. I don't think I did. But I think we got at least our one bucket of lava. I do believe there's a little bit of a lava pool at ground level, not too far away. So it looks like we'll probably have to visit that to get our second bucket of lava for the iron farm kill chamber. And I think that is going to be the end of the episode today, guys. Definitely leave a comment. Let us know if you'd like to see full clips or if you don't mind the cuts that we're doing to kind of speed things along. Let me know if you want to see more tips, like a slowed down, like more in depth with the tips that we are given. We're trying to pass as many tips along as we can as the episodes go. Why we're doing things, some of the mechanics behind what we're doing. We're trying to throw those in. If you'd like us to get more in depth with those, let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Take it easy, everybody. We will see you in the next episode.